Hey sports fans, we're back at it again. So I went ahead and built a second mock wing, and looks like the first one. Here's the first one. No difference. Only minor differences. Same size for the most part. I'm at the point now where I'm gonna need to sand down and knock down some of these sharp edges. So yeah, I did one corner. Actually, no, I didn't do that one yet. So I gotta knock down these sharp edges. So I'll go ahead and do that real quick. But before I do that, I wanted to show you once again the fabric that it's been washed and dried. Oh, actually, I wanted to go that's not the fabric I want to use just yet. But now I washed and dried the sample pieces that I cut. So I just need to go get those. I won't bother sanding this now. I'll just go ahead and just work on the one that I have already done. Reason being, in order, so this one I'm going to do the linen on top, linen on bottom. This one I'm going to do the linen on the bottom and the Stitz Light product on top. And I realized I didn't explain too much to you about the Stitz Light. I'll do that in a few minutes. But in any case, with the Stitz Light product, it's as I mentioned before, it's very aromatic. It's it's a mess. So, well, in a good way. Like I showed you before, I like the outcome. But in any case, I gotta do that outside. I can't do it inside the shop. So it's pretty late right now, and I need to get into doing what I gotta do to get that done, which means I gotta do my prep work, get a table and stuff set up outside, yada yada yada. I don't even think I'm gonna try to do it inside my garage. Sometimes when the AC comes on, it sucks just enough air in around the door of the garage. The door is right next, attached to my kitchen, and before you know it, the scent's inside the house. So, in any case, I'll probably have to wait till the weekend. It's currently Tuesday, so I may wait until the weekend, unless I can break out of work early, cross my fingers, and you know, get set up and do this before the weekend, which is what I would love to do. So, but in any case, hold tight. I'll be back. I'm gonna show you the Stitz Light product. Alright, so this is some of the product here, and I have some of the material here, actually quite a bit of the material here. Alright, let me show you all the stuff that's involved here. So you have products called the Poly Spray. Then you have the color Polytone. In this case, this is Federal Gray. You have this stuff. Hopefully this is still good. I might have to order some more. I bet it's not. Oh yeah, the container's cracked, so I'm sure it's all dried out. This is called, what do they call this? They call this invisible gloves, and can't get that open. Polytone, let's see. So you got the poly brush. You need this, and then there's the poly tack. Let me see if I can't find some of that. Polytone, poly brush, polytone, polytone. I must have all of the actual poly tack in my garage. I won't bother to go get that. Actually, I'm lying. Yes, I will. Hold tight. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. There's the poly tack. Another can of it. So you have the poly tack. You use the poly tack on the surface of the frame of the structure. So you put this on, you put the poly tack on, and actually it dries very quickly. You put it on, and then you take the material, and then you press it down into it, and then you see the beads pop through. And this is polyester. I believe it's 100% polyester material. And all of the poly brush, the poly tack, and the poly spray, it's all supposedly polyester, and it of course bonds and blends very well. And then this dries rather quickly, and then of course you do the perimeter, and once it's on there, you go through and do the rest of the process. The whole Stitz Light, there's a video for it, and it's a very good video. A CD, a DVD that you can order from the Stitz people. So you do that, and it's a very informative, and you can pretty much go step by step. It's not difficult at all. Just like it's a little time consuming, but I like it. One of the things that I like about it, even with the paint, the Polytone, is because it's polyester. A lot of the once it dries, once all of the I won't say chemicals, but all the solvents. Once all the solvents have gassed off, the weight that you put on with the brush, it actually loses weight as those solvents evaporate, compared to regular paints like enamels or anything else, that all the weight you put on stays on, even when it's dry. Whereas with the polyester, as it evaporates, it actually gets lighter. Another thing is that each one of the Stitz Light products, as you put each one down, it bonds. It creates a chemical bond with the previous layer. So it's not like you're laying one item on top of the other and it could flake or peel off. So in any case, I like it. I don't have a lot to compare it to. I haven't done Cover Right. I haven't done any of the Solar Tex or any of the other products that I can really say compare it to. And as you already know, this whole thing is based around my my first attempt to do dope, fabric and doping. So I really don't have much to compare it on, other than comparing it to like Monocoat, Ultra Coat, and so that's that. As far as what some of the finished product looks like, here is stuck together. I got to repaint that. Stuck. Here is the horizontal stabilizer that I did. This was done years ago. Looks like I'm going to have to put another coat. So I'm sure it doesn't show up well on the video, but this was done a while ago, years ago. This center part is solid. The edges here though are open. Sounds like a drum. I don't know how well it's going to show up, but you see the bumps to simulate the rib stitching. That was done by just taking some white glue and just putting a bump of white glue, letting it dry, and then coming over with the tapes, with the rib tapes. So it didn't come out too bad. I'm going to have to spray that again. And here's one half of the elevator. Same kind of thing. Still, again, this is years ago. This has been sitting in my garage for years too. Hot, cold, hot, cold. Still beautiful. This is the rudder. Again, pretty well done. I'm loving this. the other half of the elevator, and part of the vertical stab that goes with the rudder. As you see, I have yet to paint this. Alright, so in case you were wondering about the Stitz process, like I said, I really like it. I have nothing bad to say about it, other, you know, like nothing bad. I would just say that you get great results, but like you know, most things you have to put some work and some time into it. So it's definitely not, you know, if you use this, you know, getting out of roll of monocoat and a heating gun and a heating iron and slapping it down and heating it up and shrinking it. Well, this is much more than that. So, but I think the results are worth it. But you know, 6 of one, half a dozen of another. So in any case, let's get back to the program. Put this stuff up. Okay. Okay, here are all of the cloths that I've washed. Okay, so this has been washed and dried. Washed it without soap, just some fabric, some liquid fabric softener in the hand wash or delicate cycle, and then dried it gentle dry. And I really should iron this, because the stretching really won't get out the wrinkles, I'm told, when the dough shrinks. So the suggestion is to iron it to get all of the wrinkles out. But hey, since this is an experiment, let's find out, right? No harm, no foul. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the Aleene's glue, Aleene's original tacky glue. I'm going to start at the bottom, and I'm going to apply the glue to the perimeter, stretching. I like to start at the trailing edge and wrap my way to the leading edge, so that is what I'm going to do here. So let me get my game plan going. I want some overlap all the way around. Alright. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. Okay. Make sure I have sufficient overlap. Okay. Alright. Stay. What are you doing? Alright. So this stuff smells just like Elmer's glue. Probably should have turned it upside down. And I'm coming up high because I want to make sure I get a good overlap. that's one of the things that apparently in full scale, in full size, the amount of the overlap of the fabric, and by overlap I mean when I do the bottom from trailing edge to forward, when I do the upper, when I wrap this around from here all the way around to where I end the wrap, will be overlap from the lower to the upper edge. And this overlap, the bond there, is in some cases as tough as as strong as a stitched seam, I'm told. So depends on the amount of overlap, meaning in inches. Alright, so I am putting this on and just rubbing it, trying to stretch it out to remove any of the slack, any of the excess. I'm trying to be careful that I don't pull it too hard. I don't want it to release from where it's already been tacked down. But I don't want it to be extra saggy either. So this glue, like I said, is a lot like white glue, so it's not an instant drying glue. So I'm going to let this dry some, and then I will continue. Okay, alright,